Atlanta.
A little bit of a carryover, and Arthur Smith going with a little bit of tempo here. But some carryover to the first time these two teams played. Ritter was excellent against the blitz, and this is what he talked about, what you just said, Spiro, finding completions, getting the ball out, being decisive with his reads, and just having a positive play.
It's the tight end, Jonnu Smith. So Ritter, 3 of his first 3. Big news today for Atlanta. They've had the same starting offensive lineman every game this season until today. Their center, Drew Dahlman, is out. We heard the report from Aditi at the top. Ankle injury, so Ryan Newsel starts at center, and no Caleb McGarry, their usual starter at right tackle. And so Storm Norton, who's had to play a ton over the past couple of weeks, will make the start. And Tampa Bay able to get to Ritter, who just barely able to get to the line of scrimmage. And there is Greg Gaines again making the start for Vita Vea, as the Bucs have to play without one of their most important defenders.
Well, that's good news for Newsel, the center, because it's one thing if you're getting your first start. It's quite another thing if you've got to deal with Vea up there in the inside.
Ritter protected, fires far side. It's caught. Drake London. What a pass. Ritter, definitive decision making as London works this sideline. He picks up 25.
But watch London at the top of the route, how he just loses right there at the end. Carlton Davis, really a great job. And I really felt like it took a long time in the game last week against the Jets to get Drake London involved.
Snap here as they give it to Tyson Algier for the first time. What a two-man monster they got at running back with Robinson and this kid Algier. But Drake London, he's taken some of his lumps. Last week, just 1 catch. Remember, top 10 draft pick. He's their leading receiver, but the fans here in Atlanta have been clamoring for more from Drake London.
Well, listen, you got to get the ball thrown to you, right? I don't believe they targeted. If they did, it was only once in the first half. You know, he's supposed to be your #1 receiver. He needs at least 10 targets in a game.
There's Tyler Algier on the take. Picks up a couple here to set him up with a 3rd down. Remember Algier last year, Falcons rookie rushing record at over 1,000 yards. Some of the talk about Bijan Robinson's snaps being cut kind of the middle part of the season. Now Algier has taken a little bit of a step back with the reemergence of Robinson, but
and now you got Patterson, who's in the game. He was lined up. Now he comes into the backfield with Robinson.
On 3rd and 5, Ritter going to tuck it away, run for it, the cutback, and he's got it. First down. Boy, he's such an instinctual player. Saw a little bit of daylight. He picks up 7, and their drive continues.
Well, listen, I felt like he had Kyle Pitts open, but one of the points of emphasis for him was making fast decisions. And so, yes, maybe he had Pitts open, but he makes a decisive choice, gets upfield, knows he has to pick up the first down, and now here they are, 1st and 10.
Cordero Patterson lines up in the backfield, and here he is on the handoff. Patterson hit at the line of scrimmage, picks up 1, maybe 2. As Arthur Smith clearly here the game plan to play with tempo. Art, you just mentioned it, to try to keep this Tampa defense on its heels.
Well, and one of the things, he knows that Todd Bowles has a lot of volume in his defense, and especially when you get Levante David back, he's calling the plays. And so what it does is it kind of minimizes and puts a little bit less on their plate, and so they don't get as many exotic looks by going with tempo.
Ritter again's going to run for it. Run out of bounds. Remember the first meeting between these two teams. Ritter actually played decently in that game, but the 3 red zone turnovers, Arch, just crazy to think that they were able to overcome those giveaways and still win that game.
Well, that's what it's been. It's been the giveaways and really one negative play spiraling. I like how he's running, but the last 2 times he has run, even though he's gotten a positive play, he has had open receivers.
Bijan Robinson lines up at the top of your screen here on 3rd and 3. From just outside the 13-yard line. Ritter, quick delivery near side. London is brought down. Looks like he's short of the line to game. What a play. Open field tackle by Zion McCollum today, making the start for Jamel Dean, who's out again.
Well, you're right.
I believe he's a little bit short. What a play by McCollum.
It depends where that ball is, as he has it in the upfield hand. And yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be a few inches short. But Arthur Smith,
I think he just realized maybe it's 4th down. Of course, you can challenge the spot. They just reset the play clock. Let's see what the officials do here. Alex Kemp is our referee today. So they are indeed short. 4th and less than a yard. Ritter on the run, completes. Kyle Pitts. Ritter knew exactly where he was going with the football, and he delivers a strike. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
Well, it's a really nice play design because you're going to use the big 6'4" wide receiver Drake London as a little bit of screen, and because of London's route, now Winfield has to go over the top, and that's just the right amount of space that Kyle Pitts needs to get to the 1st down marker and pick up the 1st down.
13th play of the drive. Robinson looking for a seam inside the 5. Arch, there was such urgency for this Atlanta offense to get itself going. Last week, just 13 points. You've got a terrific defense, team at the top of the division. They know that they got to figure this out, and what a start this would be to get a touchdown on their 1st drive.
I tell you what, Storm Norton, right tackle on that last play, really had a tremendous block that gave Robinson the room.
Little jet sweep action. They get it to Robinson. He's got a lead blocker, and Robinson is tackled. What a play by K.J. Britt. Boy, he was a question mark this week. He left their game early last week with that back injury. Boy, Robinson, a lead blocker. Yep. You thought he would just stroll in. What a play by Britt.
Well, you know what happens is that Robinson was really trying to set up the corner out there, McCollum. He was trying to set him up, but what he didn't expect was Britt to be running so fast from the inside out. That's what allowed Britt to be able to catch up.
So 3rd and goal. Ritter, far side, errant pass. So Ritter's 1st incompletion. Boy, he had Robinson for 6. Threw it just a little bit wide to the right.
Yeah, but he had Winfield, who has really been playing some good football this year. We talk about how good of a season Jesse Bates has had. Winfield really is the same type of player for Tampa Bay's defense. Really one of the key players, but he came scot-free off the edge, and that altered the pass from Ritter, and he couldn't hit Robinson.
Winfield, the newly minted AFC Defensive Player of the Week. So here's Younghoe Koo, the hero of the first meeting, and really one of the MVPs for Arthur Smith and this Atlanta team this season. He has been sensational. He ties it on the chip shot.
Evans, who can run now. He went 21 miles an hour earlier this season, but isn't that classic speed burner down the field? But he's been able to just get open and kill defenses.
And right on cue, they look in Evans' direction, but a terrific defensive play by A.J. Terrell, who's off to a terrific start. Let's get our first NFL Today update with JB.
Browning to Brown. Hey, Jake Browning staying hot just like he was last Monday night against Jacksonville. 4 for 4, throws it to Chase Brown, who goes 54 yards for the touchdown. Cincinnati up 7-0 over Indianapolis. Back to Spiro, Adam, and Aditi.
All right, JB and Phil voice, a fun time of year. Playoff picture starting to come into focus. And how about Cincinnati? Everyone left them for dead after Joe Burrow's injury. But they have shown some fight over the last couple of weeks.
I see a Jake Browning. I mean, how good is that? You gotta love that. Hopefully he can keep it up. I'd love to see somebody take advantage of their opportunity.
Lorenzo Carter right in the thick of things for Atlanta on the Rashad White run, and a tough 3rd and 8 against this top 10 Falcons defense.
Yeah, and this is where Atlanta is really good, because they do a lot of different things in their secondary to take away your favorite pass patterns. And again, you got a couple safeties, especially Bates, who he's reading the eyes of Mayfield, and he won't hesitate to jump around.
Mayfield protected, slings one over the middle, looking for Godwin, and it's incomplete. Some playful words between Godwin and Jesse Bates. What a matchup between those two, as the Atlanta defense does its job, get off the field.
Well, this is made by Terrell inside. Look at how he pushes Evans, and that totally just messes up the spacing of the route. Evans cannot get to the inside to make that space for Godwin. That was all because of the excellent job at the line of scrimmage from A.J. Terrell.
Terrell, again, was a question mark, just cleared their concussion protocol yesterday, and he has already made 2 or 3 significant plays for their defense. So D'Alfred back, standing at around his own 20-yard line here. The punt by Camarda. Well, he actually muffs the punt, but luckily for Atlanta, it just rolls out of bounds. Good start for Terrell and this Atlanta defense. 60-yard punt. But well, these two teams met back in Week 7. Again, it was Younghoe Koo, the 51-yard game winner in the final second. That is this one.
Oh.
That one wasn't picked. Yes, it was. Carlton Davis, pick 6. And a defensive gem for Davis in Tampa Bay.
Wow. This is just film study. This is just, Davis knew right away, once he saw the motion, he just took his shot. He just took his shot and just jumped it. It was a little bit of a strange screen because Ritter, when you see him pivot out, when he gets the snap, he turns his back. And so he really can't see Davis jump that pass.
There was not an ounce of hesitation from Davis. Jumped it, saw it, and he's got his 2nd pick of the season as this Bucs defense throws down the gauntlet at the end of this first quarter.
Yeah, well, when Ritter, when he takes the snap, he does a 360, and so he can't see that Davis is all over it.
Arch, they're going to mark him down at the 8-yard line. So no pick 6. They'll wipe the touchdown away. And out comes Baker Mayfield and this Tampa Bay offense. Here's Rashad White. White finds his seam. Takes on a tackler. He's going to get down close to the 1-yard line with 10 seconds left. That should be the end of the quarter. So the Davis interception gets the football to Baker Mayfield. And everyone's going to catch their breath as that takes us to the end of the quarter.
Timeout.
A lot to think about for young Desmond Ritter down on that Atlanta sideline. Of quarter stats, Desmond Ritter, the interception. Carlton Davis making a huge play. And now the question, can Baker get this offense into the end zone? All tied at 3 as we begin the second quarter here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Baker faking the handoff, taking out a tackler, and he bangs it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. Boy, Baker Mayfield, the ultimate gamer, taking one on the chin, and they turn the Davis takeaway into 6.
Really an incredible play because he's going to fake it, but there's a free hitter in the hole. I don't know exactly what the read is, but Jesse Bates is right there. He's waiting. And really, if it wasn't for the block, if it wasn't for Wirfs who came down, it just gave Mayfield a little bit of space to take the inside from Jesse Bates. But that's just a great play by Mayfield, going out there making a play, knowing that they have struggled in this part of the field.
Zach Triner, the snapper, Camarda, the holder. Operation sound as McLaughlin is good on the point after. Back in 30 seconds after this from Progressive Insurance.
Play. This is not a watch party.
Watch party? You said party. As in party.
Let's check the replay.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
My bad.
Should I pull forward a touch?
Hope he's got Progressive.
There's your score. Baker Mayfield, short touchdown run to get Todd Bowles' Buccaneers a 7-point lead. Had a chance to visit with Baker yesterday. Such a gamer. Just think of everything he's been through, all the different stops over the last year plus for him. So they just have an appreciation for this kind of a game. We control our own destiny, Arch. This is the kind of game you live to play in the NFL.
You know, he really does have an infectious competitive spirit. He really does. He's got that magnetic quality that his teammates really feed off of. It's authentic.
That one sails through the back of the end zone. And so how does Desmond Ridder now regroup as we go downstairs to Aditi with an injury update? Aditi?
Spiro, that last play, that last interception was costly for the Falcons for multiple reasons. Wide receiver Mac Hollins hurt his ankle. He is questionable. And left tackle Jake Matthews hurt his knee. He is also questionable to return.
Whoa. Wow. So Atlanta already down 2 offensive lineman starters, potentially have lost a third.
Yeah,
and so Tyler Vrabel, whom they just elevated from their practice squad, now is into the game at left tackle. So they're playing with their number 2 tackles on both sides. Son of Mike Vrabel, who of course coached a number of years with Arthur Smith at Tennessee. So an offensive line that up until today had the same starting 5 every game this season suddenly is down 3 starters. Fake handoff, Ridder throwing on the run and completes. Near side of the field, that's Michael Pruitt. The football came out. What's the call here? Looks like it's out of bounds, and Atlanta is going to maintain possession. But boy, you can hear the audible gasp from down that sideline.
At that spot, 3rd down.
Boy, this is what an effort from Pruitt, because I thought for sure that Diaby, number 0, he was going to be able to get it. But look at Pruitt. He's fighting, and he just kind of gets that ball away from Diaby. That would have been a killer for Atlanta. That would have been exceptional for Todd Bowles if they would have had back-to-back takeaways.
Meantime, what an open field tackle by Levante David, who's back in the mix today after missing the last 2 weeks. Robinson able to find some daylight. That's a 1st down spurt as he picks up 8. And that'll get some confidence to this offense after the turnover. And a fresh set of downs, down 7.
Spiro, I mentioned earlier in the game, Storm Norton had a tremendous block. Look at this pancake right here. He's going to block down and just really a tremendous block. Number 77, the right tackle.
But they signed Norton 4 weeks into the season. Got him off New Orleans practice squad, and he has been right into the mix. That's a bullet and a completion. 2nd catch for Drake London as Desmond Ridder with a beautiful ball. They pick up 22. 1st down Falcons.
That really is. It's just Drake London. He's playing off the leverage of McCollum. McCollum is playing on the inside, and he does nothing. He's aligned up in press. He does nothing to disrupt the release of Drake London, and then he just runs away to him, and Ridder puts it right there on the sideline for a nice throw and catch.
So they work now inside the Tampa Bay 40-yard line. Robinson trying to find the edge, just barely able to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's get another NFL Today update to New York. JB, Phil.
Lamar as likely to pass as run.
Oh, a little play on words. I like that. Uncovered down the field. Isaiah likely. Nobody there. Lamar Jackson finds him. 54 yards later. He was so open, Boomer could have made that throw. Baltimore leading the Rams 7-3.
Well, Spiro, you know Phil is back.
I like when Phil gets salty with Boomer.
Yeah.
As a look at the division standings in the AFC North, as the officials have this one marked here, as we get a look at the injured Tampa Bay defender. That's Ryan Neal. As they take a closer look at Ryan Neal, it's Kevon Merriweather stepping in now on the back end of that